is Dr. Kristie Ennis. Today I am going to go over the must-do hip stretches for runners. I don't care if you are running a mile or if you are training for a marathon. These are important for anyone, or if you even just decide that you want to jog a little, walk a little. We're still using the same muscles that need to be stretched. Now, in running, the biggest problem, again, are those hips. You think about it, you're constantly, right, doing this type of motion. So those hip flexors and some of those smaller rotator muscles get really kind of pissed off. And if you don't stretch them after, not before the running, you want to do a dynamic stretch before the running, but after running, you really want to get those loosened up or they're going to do this on you. Then add the fact that you probably run, go sit in your car, maybe go back to work for the day, and they just tighten up all over again. Okay, so starting out, this is going to stretch in multiple areas for this one. So front leg goes forward, back leg goes backwards, but this is the position that you're starting in. Ideally, you want to try not to lean over. You're leaning, or I should say you're really trying to stay straight. You can adjust this position depending on how tight those hips are, but you're actually going to go press both knees down, lean back, and lean forward. And that actually feels good, especially if I really think about kind of pressing that hip forward. Now I'm really getting into the hip flexor on this side, a little piriformis on this side. So this is a rocking one, just back and forth like that, okay? The next one, we're gonna stand right up again. You have a couple options. Number one, this is gonna help you work on balance a little bit. If you need to hang on to something, use your car, a wall, a chair, something sturdy. We're gonna start by grabbing that heel up towards the butt. So now we've got that quad getting stretched. And we're gonna add that hip flexor in a little bit. So you can bring this other arm out or leave it down. But now I'm going to kind of kick that leg back as I come forward. So I'm actually stabilizing on this other side while I'm stretching that left side. And then breathing through it, of course, and obviously both sides, 30 seconds a minute, however you can tolerate that. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that not only are hips tight, but glutes tend to be weak. So that's why doing some of these actually works on the strengthening component too. And check out some of my other videos for some other strengthening ideas. We're gonna go right down, back to the ground. This one's kneeling this time. So we're gonna get a little hip kind of thrust forward, a little pelvic tilt. I'm gonna bring my left arm up and over as I come forward. You can even lean back a little bit if it doesn't bother the back. And then if you want to add even a little more, you can add a little twist here. So these are just additions to add in. Going to get back down onto the ground. You're going to go right on your stomach. Hands are going to start here as long as that's comfortable. You're actually going to press straight up to start, and then we're bending into that elbow, adding a little rotation. I'm pressing that hip down. So I'm getting the spine a little bit, as well as that hip flexor, which is tight on me. And then lastly, my all-time favorite stretch, as you guys know if you've seen my videos, crossing one leg over, bringing that thigh up towards your chest, and then you're going to add a rotation. Again, if it feels like enough of a stretch here, stay right there. You don't need to move, but you can even go right on over to get this stretched out there. You want to stretch those hip flexors first so that you don't cause any cramping or pinching through the front of that leg there. And voila, that's a quick and easy sequence to do after you run. If you're okay getting down onto the ground, you don't need even a mat because these shouldn't be painful at all. So thanks for tuning in. If you liked this video, click that thumbs up button. Check out more information at drkristieNS.com.